Until we find and address the cause of the unrest, the Ode of Resurrection will continue to be ineffective.
And that means Kachina won't be able to come back?
That's correct. Not until the problem with the Night Kingdom is resolved.
How long will that take?
It's hard to say.
Kachina always dreamed of fighting the Abyss. Of doing her part to defend Natlan. She wasn't afraid of death because she knew, if it came down to it, whenever we sat down together, exhausted from training, she would always hum the Ode of Resurrection. She was supposed to come back to us. We were supposed to hug her and celebrate with her and share her joy. We supported her every step of the way, but what are we supposed to do now? Sit peacefully and wait for her return? Lose ourselves in grief over her death?
That's not fair.
It's all right. I understand your... Believe me, I want to bring her back as soon as possible. I would give you... But please, hear what I have to say so I can at least get... Considering the recent attack on your tribe, I believe the Abyss has found the Sacred Flame. The Foundation. If we continue to hold the pilgrimage and send teams... But if we stop altogether, the Sacred Flame will only grow weaker. The Abyss will scale up their attacks.
If we compare the two choices... Sorry, I know that the raw truth can be cruel.
But what would you say, Mualani? This is
No. I can't choose.
You're saying it doesn't matter whether I suspend the pilgrimage. The consequences will be equally painful.
Yes. What happened to Kachina breaks my heart.
And that is the crux of the problem. It's not simply a matter of choosing the lesser of two evils. Either way, there will be people who suffer. And the end result will be the same. Belief in the pilgrimage. Once doubt has crept in, the people will no longer unite in battle against the Abyss. Their ultimate goal isn't to break the rules that make the Ode of Resurrection. To prevent what happened to Kachina from happening to anyone else, we need to suspend. Then, we have to find another way of strengthening the Sacred Flame to keep the Abyss at bay. I understand your anger, Mualani.
Wow. Hyman thought things were gonna get heated for a second, but the Pyro Archon took the time to explain everything.
I owe you an apology, Archon.
We could always hold the pilgrimage without sending a team to fight in the Night Warden Wars.
I've considered that, but the two events have nearly... Without the chance to fight the Abyss, pilgrimage rankings lose their prestige, and with fewer participants, the amount of contending fire produced will decrease.
So, essentially, the Abyss has taken Kachina hostage.
You've learned about the concept of ley lines during your travels, yes? The night staying there for a short period of time shouldn't have an effect on the Your sense of self will be devoured, until eventually you become one. Imagine pouring a cup of water into a rushing river. You can try to scoop up another cup, but I won't sugarcoat it. That is the...
Just like you said, Archon. You can focus all your efforts on dealing with the Sacred Flame.
The Abyss poses the same threat to you as it does to her. It is...
Kachina's waiting for us to
I failed to protect her during our campaign, but I can make it up to her now.
Traveler? What do you think?
Understood. Then I'll support you. The Masters of the Nightwind have a technique that can extract an ancient name from the ley lines. If we can find Kachina's ancient name, I can use the link between them to pinpoint her position within the Night Kingdom. Then comes the hard part. You need to...
But isn't the Night Kingdom...
Under normal circumstances, only the consciousness can enter. But there is a... However, know that the Night Kingdom will attempt to repel you.
That's fine by me.
Same here. Fighting the Abyss.
So,
Lali of the Masters of the Nightwind once created an artifact that can be used to communicate. It was originally used as a ceremonial...
That was the artifact I delivered to the Scions of the Canopy a few days ago.
Thank you so much for your help, everyone.
Your thanks are unnecessary. I will offer you whatever aid I can, but your fellowship and courage are what will truly decide the success. Besides, you're the ones helping me. I can only focus... Traveler, I certainly didn't expect our first I've heard all about your accomplishments. Ever since you arrived, I've been hoping. Why? Is that not what happened in the other nations you visited?
Yeah, things were pretty complicated at the start. And, you know...
That's more like it. After all, I've heard you're someone who transcends fate. Perhaps even more than you can imagine. But we can talk about... Ideally, this would be the
Oh, I almost forgot. Atea was wounded. It embodies fond memories and my strength of will.
I didn't think this day would come so soon. The flames... If things were different, the two of us could have enjoyed the hot springs together while she gave this to me in person. We're supposed to... But don't worry. This...
You said you didn't want to jeopardize the production of contending fire. But that's...
You're right. Even now, the gradual corrosion caused by the Abyss has resulted in a massive shortage of pyro energy. As things stand, the pilgrimage is a lost cause. Suspending it, the Abyss has brought catastrophe to Natlan. And Kachina's disappearance in the Night Kingdom is a direct consequence of that.
We can't let the general public know that.
No. If the public learned that Natlan's destruction was close at hand, but if I said nothing at all, they would have continued to question the integrity of Natlan's heroes.
Another simple choice. The latter was clearly the better solution.
I have never subscribed to the belief that the right choice is the one with the fewest. Let's go. There's still a way for the Sacred Flame.
You mean?
Yes. The Sacred Flame must never go out. Not only does it... So until our heroes are ready.
But that can only last so long. I think we should focus on...
Don't let desperation cloud your judgment. Those chosen by the Wyeb have already embarked on their death. All we can do.
Even so, for you to make this
If not me, then who? I possess great strength. But I'm not above my people. This is part of my duty.
Archon! It's the Fatui!
The Archon of Natlan. A force to be reckoned with. The secret of the ley lines is no secret to me. Long have they been destined for ruin. And since the oath made 5 centuries ago remains unfulfilled, what use is the Gnosis in your hands?
I don't know what you mean. But it sounds like this is about more than the Tsaritsa.
In times of crisis, someone must pick up the mantle of salvation. Your plan has reached an impasse, and now it falls to me to create new rules for Natlan. But before the dawn of a new age, the old must be destroyed.
I assume that's the end of your speech? Good. People like us? Let our blades do the talking! Masters of the Night Wind. Send word! The captain and his followers must be apprehended.
Are you alright, Archon?
He was a formidable opponent. Exactly.
I never imagined someone could match you. If the Tsaritsa sent him here...
Yeah. And how much did...
The Harbingers are all driven by their own personal goal, but I'm sure the captain has his own reasons for...
Whatever his motive, we should shift our focus to the Fatui. If they...
No. We're running... The wound I inflicted should hold him back and weaken him for the time being. Besides, I'm sure you noticed.
In other words, there are traitors among us.
Not necessarily. When we exchanged final blows, I said, Kanich, go to the Masters of the Night Wind and look into who could have aided the captain. Speak to see...
Of course. I'll head out right now.
Yes. Natlan's strength has never rested solely in its archon. Together we foresaw the only path that leads to our nation's future. We must try...
Is everything okay?
Completely fine. Just lamenting the fact that I never got a picture when I could still turn my hair into flames. I just hope the others have a safe journey.
What's happening at the stadium?
It feels like the Archon unleashed her power.
Should we go back and check what's...
Have faith in the Archon. She wouldn't lose.
Once we find Kachina's ancient name,
Okay, let's just keep climbing.
That's Wyna, the tribal chief. Let's head over to him.
Chaska.
Nice to see you again, Wyna. I'm afraid we don't have time for pleasantries, so I'll get right to it.
Whoa, hold on a second.
my friend Kachina is trapped.
Rescue her?
That's right.
I'm sorry, but someone needs to tell you what you don't want to hear. The nature of battle is
I appreciate what you're trying to say, Chief Wyna.
I thought you might say that.
Is something wrong, Wyna? Life isn't complete without taking risks.
It's nothing. If you're that determined, far be it from me to stop you.
Thank you.
Huh. Seems like you two go way back.
Oh, Chaska's a peacekeeper, so she's famous throughout the tribes. She's always the one people call to resolve conflicts. So we slowly got to know each other that way. Her younger sister Quichi's always hanging around our tribe too.
Oh, you have a younger sister?
Yes. I'll introduce you to her sometime. But let's get back to business.
As you probably know, your intended destination is completely different from the real world. The Night King, in that sense, the stone is like a fishing boat drifting down the river. But the boat alone isn't enough. You need a fisherman, experienced enough to steer it in the right direction.
We couldn't do that ourselves.
With a little practice, I'm sure you could. You have the strength.
Who?
Vichama, a legendary. He's got a keen eye and a well-honed intuition.
Bichama?
He's one of Auntie Atea's hot spring buddies. I've heard stories. Where can we find him?
Ever since Malco passed, he spends most.
Thank you. We'll go look for him.
Good luck.
Breathtaking. Someone admiring the scenery. Hello there, are you Vichama?
That's me. Did you need something? What? You're saying you... No, if you really think about it, anything's possible in that kind of...
Are you okay? You don't look so good.
Everything's fine. After I help you find Kachina's ancient name...
Your friend? Oh, what?
Yes, but I'd rather not get it...
That's not a problem.
Yeah. Since you're helping us find
Then we're agreed. Can I have... I see. From what I can tell, once the connection is established, the abyss will come surging through the opening like a predator
Wow, you got all...
I just picked up on the basics, really. I still have no idea why it works. You said I'll go find an open area and start setting things up.
We'll go right away.
First, I'll need some hook ropes. Pretty much every store around here carries them, so no need to go anywhere special. Oh, and I need to build a net out of them. So make sure
Wait, are you saying you're going to use a real net to catch
by creating something tangible in our world, like a net, we can create a connection to a corresponding concept in the Night Kingdom. Basically, I'm going to use the concept...
Oh, I see.
Right. I need two chunks of obsidian. Once we bring the ancient names into our world, normally you can only get obsidian from the Children of Echoes.
Gotcha!
Alright, let's split up. See that clearing? Oh, and you can send someone with me if you want. In case you're...
What do you think, Chaska?
There's no need. Minus...
I appreciate it. Anyway, it'll take some time to set everything up, so no need to rush. I'll see you in a bit.
What an odd guy. He seems so defeated, but also really invested in the stone at the same time.
I don't have any more insight than you, Paimon. Let's just focus on... Hang on, Kachina.
Let's move out.
Hello. Do you have any hook ropes for sale?
Hook ropes? As in rock climbing equipment?
Yes. How much?
Oh, the whole thing?
Deal.
Wait.
What, you want me to drive down the price? We just...
Oh, no problem at all. I'll even pass along some information on the house. These ropes are usually used by rock climbing enthusiasts. If you want... Alright.
Now we need the obsidian. Let's go talk to the traveling merchant Bicham.
Excuse me, do you sell obsidian?
Why, yes.
Perfect. Is that the...
That might be tough.
Thank you so much.
Relax. Everything...
I know, it's just... I could tell Vichama feels this... Kachina always carries all sorts of shiny stones with her. If I was the one trapped in the night...
Well, would you look at that? I did bring an extra. Here you go, young lady.
Perfect! Thank you.
If you hadn't shown up, these stones would have just sat here collecting dust. Here you go. By the way, how's he doing?
Do you know what happened between...
I heard about it in passing while I was out drinking one night. But I don't... Malko was an amazing fighter, capable of knocking out multiple opponents in a... 5 years ago, they both emerged triumphant in the pilgrimage and were plagued. But on the eve of battle, the Abyss launched an attack on their tribe, and Bichama suffered an injury.
Then what happened?
The team agreed that he couldn't fight the Abyss. Bichama didn't argue. He knew going to the front lines with an injured leg would make him a burden in battle. So they raised the issue with... It's just... Malko and the others ended up facing hordes of abyssal monsters in numbers that far exceeded any... Vichama went into a deep depression after that. He blames himself for everything. Oh, you're not wrong. But it's possible he chooses to blame himself. Not be... I've tried convincing him to move. The Abyss has caused so much... Anyway, that...
Did you get everything?
Yep, it's all here.
I've made all the necessary adjustments. As agreed, I'll help you find Kachina's ancient... Go ahead. After Malko fell, I scoured the battlefield to see what happened. If I had been there, I've always...
But that happened. The Pyro Archon said all life within the night...
There might not be much hope, but I still have to try. All right, let's get to it. I'll start... Make sure you prepare yourselves for battle. As I said, the stone...
Look at that golden golden thing. It must be one of those fragments Vichama mentioned. Let's get closer. Let's move out. Whoa, monsters incoming! Watch out, everyone! Hold the line. I guess I'm going home.
Step right up.
Hey! Sharing my knowledge! Rust, Reba!
Here comes the finale.
Coming at ya! Watch out! Fire! Well, with rocks. Hey there! Allow me! Where'd that come from?
How much longer, Vichama?
Not long. We're getting close.
Vichama!
Quick, take it! I found Kachina's ancient name. Hang in there, Malco. Just a little longer.
Something's not right.
The abyss is corroding his body.
I should have died 5... I just need a little more time. Please, I'm almost there. Thank you.
Whoa, watch out! The power of the abyss is strong.
This power.
Hanging in there?
Malco. No!
We can't wait any longer.
I already tried, but the power of the abyss has him in a choke.
In that case, get back!
Chaska, wait!
Ouch! What happened just now? You look...
The stone's power was spiraling out of control. You were all caught in the shockwave of the explosion.
Give us a heads up next time, will you? You're lucky.
I thought I said to get back.
Yeah, barely a second before you made it go poof. Not everyone has your...
Okay.
At least Kachina's ancient name is... Vichama!
Vichama?
I couldn't find Malco's ancient name. Once your ancient name disappears, there's no coming back. From the very beginning, and now... It's...
Vichama.
I'm sure he's heard enough condolences over the years.
Huh? What's that in your...
Huh? This is...
Hey, Malcolm. Not enough to swing a sword, but to say a few last words. Too bad. I never thought I'd actually die on this. Guess I have something to be thankful for then. Pisak. Always had to beat me at everything. Maybe you're right. Vichama, don't be sad. Just keep on living. For the both of us.
that?
Seems like we were able to salvage something after all.
Of course. Seeing him, but...
A deeper...
Malco was always the type to put on a brave face. But in that memory, just for all these years, I regretted not being able to fight alongside him to the end. And now I know...
Bichama!
I'm fine. Actually, I heard Chief Wina when you asked for my help. I hesitated too. I knew helping you find your friends ain't, but I also understood why you had to once allowed to fester, guilt stripped. If I could do it all over again, I would have followed Malco to the front lines no matter what. Even that way, even if the outcome stayed the same, there are critical junctures in life. That's something...
Thank you, Vichama. I promised I would find her, and...
That's good to hear.
Once abyssal corrosion enters the body, a portion will fuse itself to your internal organs. Even though thanks to her, though, you were only briefly exposed. Slowing your breathing and controlling your emotion. Just speaking from experience, that's all.
Anyway, we've recovered Kachina's ancient name, so we're off. Oh, and apologize for destroying the Spirit Speaker Stone.
Koichi, are you really gonna just stand there like—
I think you know exactly what I'm trying to say, Uncle.
Honestly, it's just one thing after an... They're back.
Koichi?
Ha! Don't play dumb with your own sis. My apologies, everyone. I just...
I'll be just a moment.
Who is that?
Koichi, Chaska's younger sister. Although the two aren't actually related by blood, it's kind of a long story. It's not really my story to tell, but I get she was afflicted with a rare disease when she was a child, and abandoned in the wild as a result. The Abyss found her out. That strength of will pushed her to survive. But it also planted a seed of conflict within her. Eventually, she was adopted by the Cuckoo Source. Wherever they went...
For some reason, Paimon can...
Well, when Chaska finally returned to human society, it was Koichi's parents who adopted her. At the time, Chaska still had a habit of getting...
Ah, I remember those days. One of those fights was definitely with me. But, you know, kid. Eventually, she found a way to rein in that desire to fight. And now she's who people call to resolve It sounds like she still argues with Koichi, though.
That's partly my fault. Koichi asked me to stop Chaska from doing anything dangerous, but you...
Oh, I get it. No wonder you...
I'm all for your adventure. You need to take risks when you're young. Still, I can understand where Koichi's...
All right, it's just the two of us now.
I don't have anything to say. You don't have to approve, but...
That attitude is exactly the problem. It's like you don't care. You try to sneak off to the Night Kingdom behind my back and then play it down...
Well, technically...
Again with the excuses! We agreed, didn't we? There are 4 levels of danger. If it's not something urgent, you can only engage in level 2 danger and below. You can only go up... But a trip to the Night Kingdom? If that...
What do you mean, sneak into the place? I always planned on walking in there with my head held high.
You bought off Uncle Wina, didn't you? He promised me he'd stop you from doing anything dangerous.
You feel like he went back on his word. What if I told you my mind was made?
Oh, I knew it!
This is important. If you were in my shoes...
You don't know that! I'm a doctor, and I handle logistics. If you're going to waltz into a dangerous situation where you could lose control...
All right, whatever.
You... What do you mean?
Time out. Is this one of our normal arguments?
Chaska, does it sound like I'm joking?
Then... you need to know something.
But the person you become when you lose control.
That's a different issue. You said it yourself.
I've also told you that managing your condition is equally important.
Sometimes you have to make sacrifices. All right, let's stop this here. If we keep going, I might actually have to get serious. And I think Wyna prefers his roof attached to his house.
Is that a threat? That sounds like a threat to me.
Koichi!
So, you're really
Then support me.
So, that's it.
You two.
Something you wanted to say?
I know you aren't related by blood, but you two sure are similar.
Really?
You know, I said that very thing to Koichi not too long ago, and she reacted the exact same way. It's not my place to get involved, but I will say this.
Thank you.
Anytime. All right. According to Kinich, it's an important...
If only Tone Deaf Bard was here,
It might be in a few more pieces than you...
Huh? I see. Still, Citlali's going to be a nightmare to deal with now that you've broken her stuff. Stay safe out there in the Night Kingdom, okay?
we're back! We found Kachina's ancient name, too!
Well, it's fairly complicated.
The Fatui again? We can't go anywhere without them causing trouble.
But what if the Fatui finds out you've lost your power? Won't they try to take advantage of the situation?
That's why it has to be our little Look, I wish I could offer you some sort of consolation, but still.
I can also step in on the Pyro Archon's behalf. There's a limit to what I can accomplish.
There's no need to be so modest, Dion-san. Your incredible strength.
Archon, I'm sorry about before.
You have nothing to be sorry about. We all get overwhelmed by our emotions. Well, now that we have Kachina's ancient name, let's go track her down. Follow me.
What is this place? Hey, isn't that Atea's talent?
Good eye. This is where...
Whoa. I've never seen this place.
It looks like there are items from every tribe. Collecting them must have taken a lot of effort.
I suppose you could think of it as a hobby of sorts. And physical items do a far better job of preserving those stories. Now, I still have some preparations to make for the ceremony. If you're curious about an item, I'm more—
Alright, we'll have a look. There are so many jars and potions around here.
No, those belong to the masters of the night. Yamaya is an expert in this field. The tools you see here, the contents of the jar—
Ooh, must be something really cool. What's—
grape juice.
Huh?
It's quite tasty, although probably expired by now. The powder still needs some time to settle. Well, what do you think of my collection? Do you—
Yeah! If each item represents a different story, seems like, does every item hold a special
That's right. The items in my collection actually they demonstrate the true shape of—
The shape of time?
Most people perceive time as a linear concept, almost like a straight line that can only move forward. But there's also a different theory, one that I believe to be closer to the truth. Namely, that the past, present, and future—
At once?
Let's say your journey ended right now. Thinking back— Exactly. Even at the end of your journey, take out a portion of that journey, and you would likely make very different decisions. The future is the same way. Of course, there are those with the power to
That does kinda make sense. The future hasn't happened, but already exists.
Humanity excels at living in the present, but too often we forget the past and neglect the future. While the pilgrimage and the Night Warden Wars lead us to a better future. Only by uniting the people of Natlan across countless eras can we fight back against an enemy as formidable as the Abyss. To come up with such a set of rules, the first Pyro Archon must have possessed a level of insight I can only imagine. That's correct. At first, he was a mortal man with no special power. After he ascended to the divine throne, he used it to borrow power from the heavens and establish the rules of Natlan, namely a framework through which ordinary people can ascend to archonhood. By holding the pilgrimage, we're able to determine the strong— In addition, the sacred flame will grant them significant knowledge and memory of this land. After all, that's how I came to know everything I just told you.
So, it all comes down to the power of the divine throne and the rules. portrait?
Yes. That's my mother, father, younger sister, and the little saurians we raised. I turned a piece of my dad's leather armor into a canvas and commissioned a famous artist to paint our likeness.
Your sister is so cute! Paimon was having a hard time thinking of an archon as an ordinary person, but it really doesn't look like there was anything special about you before.
A little late for that question.
Sorry! Paimon's so sorry! Paimon's mouth works faster than her brain sometimes!
It's alright. No matter what others may say, becoming the Archon doesn't mean you sever ties with your family. My father made the most delicious stew, so my sister would often bring me. One time, we didn't close the door securely, and the saurians you were raising ran into the room. My sister immediately burst into tears. The two troublemakers were going for the meat, but when they saw my sister, I still remember the way they laid there, sulking like a pair of children, even after making such a mess.
Wow.
Isn't that what being a family is all about? As the Archon, I made a vow to defend this.
Well, what happened after that? This portrait.
I believe she ended up working as an architect and artist. Anyway, that's enough about me. Place the ancient name up there, and then we'll begin. Surely as the echoes of life resound through heaven and earth, ancient name, take us to your fated bearer.
Am I hallucinating?
Kachina!
Huh? I'm not seeing things.
It's okay, Kachina. It's just
Everyone, you have to listen to me. I've been investigating the Night Kingdom this entire time, and I was waiting for the Y-Up to send me back, but then the Y-Up saved me, even though its power is weakening. So the Night Kingdom has become a huge mess, though. I keep...
Don't listen to those sounds, Kachina. The Abyss... All you need to do is stay safe and wait for...
It's okay. I feel so much better now that I've had the chance to talk. I've never been strong or special at all, really. So I don't blame anyone for forgetting about me or leaving me behind. I'll find a way back.
You're always like this, Kachina. Now's not... I don't know what lies the Abyss has been feeding. You're a victor of the Night Warden Wars. A hero of Natlan. All you need to do is wait for us to rescue... All you need to do is place your trust in us. No one fights alone. We're not leaving you behind.
Yeah, we're so close!
Looks like we've lost contact. Now comes the most dangerous. This entrance to the Night Kingdom was left behind after an abyssal...
I know.
Alright, then I wish you all the best. I'll tell Koichi to be ready just in case. That face you just made. Don't tell me you...
No, I just...
I'll go with them too, Archon.
Thank you so much for your help, everyone.
Now that I've lost my power, I won't be able to... Eon-san, I know it's unlikely, but if you encounter...
That won't happen.
I hope not.
I'll make it all disappear. Just kidding. Huh?
So we're...
That's because in the distant past, Natlan was home to an incredibly advanced... Humans only established their own society.
So these are Saurian ruins? Wait, you mean like the elemental sovereigns? They had their...
Yes, a really long time ago. Very few records have survived. These ruins have been abandoned for a long time.
So what you're saying is, we're not in for an easy trip to the night.
No. It's going to be obstacle after obstacle.
Why are you...
It's the pre-adventure excitement!
Of course. I'm eager to get started.
Then let's go. We won't let anything stand in our...
Seems like the road ends here. How should we get across?
As a professional trainer, I think you could stand to build up your endurance, Paimon.
Professional trainer? Paimon thought you were a warrior from the Collective of Planning.
Well, that goes without saying. But I actually work as a sports coach. I provide professional guidance for many of Natlan's popular sports. And I don't just mean physical training. I design nutrition plans as well.
Ah, so basically no sugar, no soft drink. Those guys look familiar.
We've fought them before. Let's go. Show no mercy.
Make yourselves at home. Rest and rebuild. Coming at ya. A proper send-up from the Spina Lithla.
Step right up.
Coming at ya. A proper send-up from the Spina Lithla. Oh, the place we need to go seems really high up. I see everything. Yeah! Hold the line. Watch out! Coming at ya!
Now disappear! right up.
Haha! Heyo! Coming at ya! Hey! Allow me!
Here comes the finale.
Attack! That's the way. Hey there!
Now disappear.
Watch out! A proper send-off from the Spina with love. Coming at ya!
A round of applause. Step right up.
This is the final stretch. We just need to climb up, and we'll be there. Nothing to it.
Easy for you to say.
This must be the entrance the Pyro Archon told us about.
Yes. There's something in the...
We actually have to go in there? Okay, Paimon just needs to psych herself up. Don't... Hey! You don't have to drag Paimon! You're pulling too hard!
Looks like we made it. This is the Night Kingdom.
It looks so different.
That overflow of energy is probably what trapped...
From this point forward, everything we know about the real world no longer...
Paimon's more worried about how we're gonna make it out.
Do you see that patch of light on the ground? It's shining down from that fissure in the sky.
Oh yeah, right in front of us. So that's coming from up there?
Just like I said, our real-world knowledge doesn't apply here. If this was the real world, we'd have to climb our way back up to the entrance. But here, all we have to do is stand underneath the light and...
That's it? You really think that little of Paimon?
So that means all we need to do is find Kachina and bring her to this location.
Exactly. This light is streaming in from the real world.
The terrain looks difficult to navigate, and the visibility's not...
Yeah, these floating black things...
Those are all manifestations of abyssal power. Be careful.
Ghost! A talking ghost!
Calm down. I'm here to help. You're the ones who helped Vichama, right? Yes. I'm Vichama's friend, Malco. It's like it was seeking me out, attempting to reassemble the pieces of who I used to be. I'm sorry I can only appear before you in this
No. We should be the ones apologizing. If the spirit... But we had to destroy it.
Of course. Thank you for protecting. Under the power of the stone, it felt like our souls were... Turns out even our regrets were exactly the same.
Whether in triumph or death, you want...
Exactly. That may not be in the cards for us, but... You're looking for a young girl from the Children of Echoes, right? I'd like to help her while I'm still in this form, so be careful. This place has been...
Paimon didn't realize it had gotten this bad.
It's like a seething volcano ready to engulf our world at any moment.
Ouch!
Quick, get back here. You can't go wandering off. Stick close to me. My power will be able to ward off attacks for the time being. We won't be able to keep this up. Let's try another route. This way. monsters!
We shouldn't waste our time on them.
Hold the line!
Now disappear!
Hey there! Hey there! A proper send-off! From the Stina with love.
Let's get this show on the road!
Watch out! Catch!
And voila!
Oh, Paimon can't see anything!
It's easy to get lost here. Just stick close.
Did you hear that?
What?
Never mind.
Don't scare Paimon like...
I heard it too.
What did it say?
Doesn't matter. It's certainly...
Paimon just heard it too! Let's keep going. Paimon wants to get out of this place!
We're here, Kachina! Oh, honey?
Looks like our reunion will have to wait until we take care of these monsters.
Good idea.
Everyone hold hands!
Watch out!
Rest and rebuild!
Right here! Watch out! Coming at ya! You're here! You're finally here! Thank you so much! That monster can appear from anywhere! The YF's power helped keep me hidden, so...
Had a girl. You did so well.
Should we start heading back then?
Actually, I have a request. I can't exactly put it into words, but...
That was the Pyro Archon's theory as well. Everything we've seen here certainly...
In the Night Kingdom, there are 6 main totem poles, representing the Wyab of each tribe. You can think of them like the body of each Wyab. Additional totem poles, like the ones around here, serve as proxies to which there are countless proxies. But if a proxy were to become severely contaminated, then a soul could become lost within the Night Kingdom.
Judging by the current situation, I don't think we're dealing with...
Still, we can't just leave the YF to suffer. It's protect...
I agree. Getting rid of the monster might slow down the deterioration of the Night Kingdom.
Kachina? What's...
Nothing. Just a headache.
Maybe we really should leave. Kachina's our...
No, I'm fine. Just up ahead. I'll lead the way. Besides, I can still fight.
Listen to me, Kachina. We'll come with you. But that's because you don't have anything to prove either. It's okay if you reach your limit.
All right. The sooner we get this done, the better.
We've already come all this way. So we might as well...
Let's go.
I'll stay here and try to stall the Abyss Monster.
All by yourself?
It's all right. I may not be as strong as that monster, but I don't have much time left. If you're anything like my friend, I'm sure you're not particularly... So go. Achieve your goal.
Thank you for everything. You're a true...
No one fights alone.
Does your head still hurt? Let me help you walk.
I'm fine. You should know I'm made of stronger stuff than that.
Hold the line! Step right up.
Wyab! I'm back! My friends and I are here to heal you. Wyab!
So we were right. The contamination is already too severe. Alright, get ready everyone! Time to purge the abyssal energy from this place!
Careful. We've got company.
Already?
You really think that puny soul could slow me down? Courage in the face of futility is He tried to get in my way. He would have dispersed with or without me. Rather than... You may have defeated others of my kind in the past, but underestimate me... No. I thought this naive little girl was an exception, but it turns out humanity is full of That is the tragedy of your ancient names. The Pyro Archon created those... Don't believe me? Then ask yourself, why is the Pyro Archon strong beyond measure, while you, Kachina...
Kachina! Give me your hand. Feel that?
Thanks, Moalani. Because I'm not alone.
You're right. Maybe comforting ideals don't have any, but you also couldn't be more wrong. You've never had to work for your own strength, so you will never—
What?
The courage we have to stand before you and not back down? The power lies not in the ideal, but in our commitment to upholding that ideal, and in our decision to stand—
Well said!
Let's go, Kachina. It shouldn't take more than 2 of us to handle an enemy like this.
Sorry in advance, but you—
There aren't many in Natlan who can beat us when we're together.
From the ashes to this...
Carving wave! Amazing! Check this out! Best of luck! Drilling down! Woohoo! Off you go! Faster! Amazing! Let's shred, Sharky!
The fate of this world is already...
We won! We actually won!
That's what he gets for underestimating.
Fantastic work, Kachina! Absolutely! This makes me so...
I'm happy too, Moalani. Together we really are unstoppable!
Huh? My ancient name is...
It's probably a projection from the real world.
Wait, does...
That was a bold move, diving headfirst into the fire to save your friend, especially in a place so overrun. Still, seeing you pull it off, everything you said was exactly right. It took years worth of scars and lots of The Pyro Archon's plan will... Only then will we have the... Tupac, a warrior from the people of the Springs. I fought against the Abyss during the...
I've heard that name before.
Since you were able to awaken my words from your ancient name, that means you have fully... Under the name Umoja, you shall unite the tribes and save... As long as blood still runs through your veins, its blaze will become even amid everlasting darkness. Our bonds remain eternal.
So that's what happened.
What do you mean? Did you just...
500 years ago, they foresaw the very...
We can go over the details once we get back. I know bits and pieces, but I had no idea Mualani was all...
This sounds like something that's going to need a lot of explaining. Let's focus on... Okay, that should be enough.
I hear your voice.
Great. Well then, I'm afraid I was going to ask why you bestowed an ancient... I'll keep searching within myself for the ant...
You are already an outstanding...
Huh?
You are all my most beloved children. Your ancient name is just that. A name. Much like your parents chose to name you Kachina, I also gave you a name. Focus on who the story of... It gladdens me to see the Pyro Archon's plan move another step towards completion. But it is time. Go now, my children. Save Natlan on behalf of all you hold dear.
I know we've never met before, Wayab. Thank you for encouraging Kachina.
Whoa! What's going on?
We're out of time.
It's the power of the Abyss. Quick, we need...
It's a Seelie! The Seelie...
You've done well. Now come home.
Pyro Archon.
But she's not here. Yeah, didn't she?
She's still in the speaker's chamber. What we saw in the...
So you're saying...
Every great display of power.
You must feel terrible, Kachina. Let's get back to the stadium.
I recommend getting a full checkup. Just to make sure.
Paimon feels okay. What about you, Traveler? Right. You always seem to do...
Let's get going. We need to share what we learned in the Night Kingdom as well.
Right. The YUP mentioned something about the Pyro Archon.
I'll let her explain everything. Every move we make from here on out